Well, hello there and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today it's big news, huge news in fact. Hull City are set to sign Fabio Carvalho on loan from Liverpool. I mean, that's as big as news as any. Lot more to crack into from today's news video. So got a bit of news wrapped up from the weekend. It's going to be a juicy one. So obviously, on Saturday, we did end up drawing 1-1 against Birmingham City. Does mean that tonight we will be in the draw with ball number 32. So if we manage to beat Birmingham next week, I believe it is, then we will be playing someone else. Decided by the draw tonight. Ball number 32 is the Hull City Birmingham City ball. A little bit of positive news before we crack into a little bit of negative, then bring it back up with a bit of positive. Jaden Philogene, he is possibly set to return back to the Hull City lineup in a matter of weeks. A little reports come out to say that he's doing well, recovering from his injury, and is ready to come back in possibly a few weeks' time, maybe even in time for that Birmingham City return fixture in the FA Cup. A little bit of negative news injury side. Liam Delap is set for a little spell on the sidelines after picking up an injury. This could possibly influence some decisions done in the transfer market, which we might get onto a bit later on with the striker deal. Could possibly see the return of Abel Hernandez to Hull City. I mean, this could possibly be the dream Hull City transfer window if all these things come off. All these little side stories all come together. Could be a dream transfer window for every Hull City fan. So yeah, Liam Delap set to miss a few games, but nothing too much to worry for, considering that we do have the entire window ahead. Talk about that Birmingham City game. I thought I'd bring this interesting news here. Tony Mowbray, he's now been announced as the Birmingham City manager, so we can look forward to probably playing him. Well, we will be playing him in just over a week's time. Ryan Kent. So, reported towards the back end of last week that Ryan Kent deal, possibly a £2 million buying deal. It's looking a bit more likely that it's going to be a loan deal from Fenerbahce for the remaining half of this season. He hasn't really got too much game time over at Fenerbahce, and it's a loan deal a little bit similar to that sort of Pelkas deal, the first Aliasai Manesh deal when he came over on loan. I think it's a little bit similar to that, where they'll be looking to give him game time, and then if we want to buy, we can buy. But I think this is the best option for both clubs, considering that Ryan Kent hasn't had too much game time in the past 6 months. Billy Sharp, he made his Hull City debut against Birmingham City on Saturday. I thought he did all right. He'll do a nice job partnering up with Aaron Connolly, Liam Delap when he gets back to his fitness, Philogene, and who else we bring in? Maybe Abel Hernandez. A little bit of news before we crack onto the big one. A little bit of news considering our goalkeeper situation. I reported that we were looking at a goalkeeper from Poland, I believe. That sort of derailed off the topic, and it looks like we might be making a swoop for a very young, very sort of prosperous keeper in Ivor Pandur. I might be butchering his name. He's from Croatia. Went to Hellas Verona last season on a loan deal, and Adrian Alajali is very good friends with the owner of Fortuna, which is the club that he's at now. He's under contract until 2027, so if we want to make a deal, we will have to buy out the remainder of his contract. But I reckon it's something that's worth doing, considering he's a fantastic young keeper. Why not bring him in and then use that as a little fortune case to possibly get rid of Matt Ingram in this January transfer window? Ollie Green has returned back from York City after playing over 500 minutes on his little loan spell there. He'll join back into the under-21 side, possibly featuring into the senior side at some point in the season. Maybe in that Birmingham City game, but I highly doubt it. I can possibly see him going back out on loan to a side maybe a few levels above York City. So, the big one. Fabio Carvalho. Yes, huge news. So it's been reported over the weekend that there was a little bit of interest there. Obviously, he had returned from RB Leipzig on his loan deal from Liverpool out to RB Leipzig just earlier on in the transfer window. And then there was reports coming out that saying Leicester, Southampton, maybe Fulham, similar sides around that sort of level were looking to make a swoop for him. Then I thought at first it was joke comments saying that, oh yeah, we should really just have a look at him. Then it started becoming official news that Hull City were interested in him. And then this morning, it's coming out officially on Sky Sports everywhere. It's getting plastered on your screen that Hull City are the lead favourites to sign Fabio Carvalho on the loan deal from Liverpool for the second half of the season. I can only presume that this is due in part to what the club have done with Tyler Morton and how they've treated him, how much he's developed. I presume Agent Morton has been on the case for this one, but I think it's fantastic news to think that we will have that attacking possibility into our side. A player who has played countless minutes for Liverpool at Premier League level, at RB Leipzig, at Bundesliga level. It will be a fantastic swoop for us, even if it is just for the 6-month loan period and he returns back to Liverpool after that, or whatever happens after that. But it will be a fantastic swoop, and I think this just shows the levels of where Hull City have come from, comparing even to a year ago when Liam signed. Was getting like Malcolm Ebway from Crystal Palace, which, don't get me wrong, he was an okay footballer, but his ethics towards the club, his behind the scenes workings, we just weren't working out. Where we could sign Fabio Carvalho, we could sign all these players. It's the work that Adrian Tan and also Liam have all contributed to make this club a real standpoint for young footballers to come to, for experienced footballers like Billy Sharp to come to. It's just showing the levels that Hull City can get to and are getting to. Fantastic. So I'll finish out with that one. So yeah, it's a bit of a dot and dash video. It's been a lot of bits of news. Obviously the Fabio Carvalho is the main reason why I'm out here today. So yeah. I'll keep you all up to date on all of the juicy news as we continue through the transfer window. I'm pretty sure that we'll have a player announced within the next week, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of that. Check me out on Twitter to get a live up to date on all things Hull City news throughout the transfer window and throughout every season pretty much. So catch me over there, catch me on here, and I will see you in the next one. Up the Tigers, go on!